It is 6:30, so we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. I'll note for the record that all members of council are present and accounted for. As always, we begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, so if you're able, please stand and join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First item up this evening's agenda is the boards and commissions. I have an appointment to make since my previous appointee to the Historic Preservation Commission has had to resign. We appreciate Ms. Tennyson's service, but I will be appointing Arthur Letchis as my appointee to the Historic Preservation Commission. How quickly you forget, Councilman Dorito, seeing as how you served with him when Mr. Letchis was the mayor of this fine city. And we do have some other commissions and appointees that I would like to come forward at this moment, so we can go ahead and do a little official swearing in and make it official for you. Does everybody have your copy? Okay. You find it goes much easier when you have the words in front of you. Good evening, sir. Welcome. So, I'll read portions of this. You have it in front of you. And if you'll just insert, for example, when I say state your name, if you'll insert your name, and based on the position you hold, state your commission or your board or whatever, and when it's appropriate. Fair enough? All right. So if you'll just raise your right hand, please. I state your name. Now, if we can all do it at the same time, did y'all all say that? Okay. That was just a practice run. So we'll start one more time, and everybody speak loud so I know whether you're actually saying it or not. So, I state your name. Fantastic. I do solemnly swear or affirm that. I am not the holder of any unaccounted for public money due the state or any political subdivision or authority thereof.
I am not the holder of any unaccounted for public money due to the state or any political subdivision or authority thereof.
I am qualified to hold said office according to the Constitution and laws of Georgia. And I shall support the Constitution and laws of the state of Georgia and the Constitution and laws of the United States of America.
And I shall support the Constitution and laws of the state of Georgia and the Constitution and laws of the United States of America.
Further, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I shall faithfully perform the duties of a state your board or commission member. Thank you. Regularly attend meetings. Uphold the ideals of community and service. Act and conduct business in accordance with the city's code of ethics and conduct. And support the charter and laws of the city of Alpharetta. So sworn this 8th day of January, 2024. Congratulations, and thank you for your service to our community.
Last time I did that, I ended up in the Army.
That's why we had to make sure you had the right oath. Thank you.
And then board members, if you wouldn't mind to sign it, I'm going to pass some pins to the edge here, and then you're free to leave the meeting if you'd wish.
So the next item up on our agenda is the consent agenda. Consent agenda this evening consists of the city council meeting minutes from the meeting of December 18th, 2023, the 2024 city council swearing-in ceremony minutes from the meeting of January 2nd, 2024, the alcoholic beverage license applications, which include PH-23-AB-31 JG Group, LLC, DBA Secreto Kitchen and Bar, 6195 Windward Parkway, Suite 102, Alpharetta, Georgia, 30005. Also, PH-23-AB-32 Delta Chapter Ramen, LLC, DBA Cuamarin, 735 North Main Street, Suite 1700, Alpharetta, Georgia, 30009. And that is the content of the consent agenda. Is there anything that a council member would like to withdraw from the consent agenda this evening? All right. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards on the consent agenda?
No, we do not, Mr. Mayor.
However, if anyone would like to come forward and speak on this item? Yes, sir.
For the sake of Councilman Brady, I think we need to go ahead and remove A for the first round. City
Is that
Council,
swine, is that necessary?
he was not here.
It's not. Sorry. It's not required under the charter. You're allowed to abstain from voting on the minutes if you were not present at a meeting, but because you're voting on making something an official record, and he could have presumably, reviewed or watched the meeting, he's not required to abstain.
Fair
So
enough.
that's a personal choice.
Fair enough.
Either way, anybody? Okay. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Have a motion by Councilman Mitchell and a second by Councilman Will, and that was to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion, please vote yes. And it does pass unanimously. So we'll move on to new business this evening. First item under new business will be the request for proposal 24-103 and contract award Web Zone Playground. Director Rogers, you have the floor.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. As always, it's a pleasure to be with you tonight. Webb Zone Playground is located in Webb Bridge Park. Built in 1999, it's the city's second largest playground, and it has such features as a large pavilion, a babbling brook, an open play area. It's a community favorite and is a great place for kids of all ages to have fun. Webb Zone Playground turned 25 years old this year. That's very old in playground years. This wooden playground needs replacement. The funds are allocated in the Playground Equipment Improvements account. 4 qualified vendors responded to the request for proposals that included a not-to-exceed budget of $400,000 and play equipment for ages 5 through 12. An evaluation committee scored Bliss Products, Services, and Playground Creations as the highest scoring vendors. These 2 top companies were invited to a follow-up presentation. Each firm was scored by the committee, and Bliss Products and Services was the highest score. So staff is recommending that the contract to replace the playground at Webb Bridge Park be awarded to Bliss for an amount of $400,000. Be glad to answer any questions you may have.
Thanks, sir. Do we have any questions? Councilman Will?
Director Rogers, thank you, I appreciate it. The $400,000 budget, did we build everything we could within that, or did we have a pre-plan that they did for $400,000? If
No,
that makes sense.
we had a $400,000 budget, and then all the companies gave us what they could do
What they
for
could do.
$400,000.
Okay,
And
all
we picked the one that was, the apparent, gave us the most bang for the bucks, if you will.
Perfect, thank you.
Any other questions for Director Rogers? Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
However, if you'd like to come forward and speak on this item, now's your chance. Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I ask that council approve the award of the contract for RFP 24-103 to Bliss Products and Services, Inc. for the replacement of web zone playground equipment at Webbridge Park for an amount not to exceed $400,000 and authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents.
Have a motion by Councilman Hypes, a second by, I believe that was Councilman Mitchell. No, it was Councilman Will. My apologies. Councilman Hypes for the motion, Councilman Will for the second. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion, please vote yes. And it does pass unanimously. Director Rogers, once again, you have the floor.
Thank you, sir. The city and the North Metro Miracle League have had a great partnership over the years. The city is responsible for maintaining the North Metro Miracle League field and surrounding amenities, including the restroom facilities, the concession stand, playground, picnic pavilions, and parking. The North Metro Miracle League provides programs for individuals with special needs and their families at this facility. The current field was installed in 2006 and has seen a great deal of use and is showing signs of wear. We have made several repairs to keep the field usable. As part of the city's turf replacement program, the North Metro Miracle League field is due to be replaced. Funds for this replacement are allocated in the synthetic turf replacement account. The city issued an RFP for the removal and replacement of the rubberized surface. 2 vendors responded. However, one vendor was disqualified as they offered a grass-like turf instead of the rubberized surface. An evaluation team scored the only vendor, Ram Enterprises, and their score was 92.33 out of a possible 100. Their cost proposal was for $483,800, which is under the $500,000 budgeted for the project. Staff conducted reference and calls to the organizations that have recently worked with this vendor on similar projects. All comments received were favorable. Staff is confident that our Ram Enterprises has the experience and qualifications to complete the project. We have with us here tonight Mike Haynes from the North Metro Miracle League, and he and I are happy to answer any questions that you may have about the facility or the program.
Thanks, sir. Do we have any questions for Director Rogers? Mr. Haynes, is there anything you'd like to add to the presentation?
I'm Mike Haynes from North Metro Miracle League, and Miracle League's been around for about 23 years now, and we've been serving the disabled community here in Alpharetta. And like Morgan said, the field has been repaired a few times, and it's about time for us to get replaced. So I appreciate you guys even considering replacing the fields and the fences and stuff. So I just want to thank you guys for giving us the opportunity to have a field that our kids can actually play on. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions from City Council?
Just got a question of, what is the lifespan of a Mundo field going forward? Just out of curiosity.
15 years. Had to think about that for a second. It's 15 years. Okay.
Any other questions for Director Rogers? Thank you. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards on this item?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
However, if you'd like to come speak on the Miracle League item, now's your chance. Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Regain my voice. I make a motion that the council approve the award of the contract for RFP 24-106 for the Miracle League Field Replacement Project to RAM Enterprises, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $483,800 and authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents.
I have a motion by Councilman Hypes, second by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel. Any discussion? Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate you bringing forward this item. We appreciate the staff's efforts. All those in favor, please vote yes, otherwise vote accordingly. And it does pass unanimously. Next item up will be the purchase approval for the Wills Park water truck. Director Rogers, once again, you have the floor.
We're requesting approval tonight for the purchase of a 2024 Freightliner dust control truck, a water truck, from Peach State Trucking Center. Currently, we have a 2000 model water truck that was purchased used in 2013. This vehicle has reached the end of its useful life and currently requires almost weekly repairs. The truck is primarily used in the equestrian center to control dust in the arenas and in the parking lots and passageways throughout the park. 3 bids were received. Peach State Truck Center was the lowest bidder, and the funds are allocated in the fleet replacement and the equipment replacement accounts. Staff is recommending purchase of the, make sure I get this right, the 2024 Freightliner dust control truck for a cost at $133,612.44. I'll be glad to answer any questions you may have.
Councilman Will.
Director Rogers, when is this truck coming in?
It,
2026?
no, it is on the lot. So when we buy it, we will have
So we're actually going to get this one?
Yeah, we're actually going to get it. Yes.
Good job, thank you.
But I don't know the exact date it's coming in, but we know where the truck is.
Any other questions for Director Rogers? Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
However, if you'd like to speak about the water truck, now is your chance to do so. Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I ask the council approve the purchase of a 2024 Freightliner M2106 dust control truck from Peach State Truck Center in the amount of $133,612.44 and authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents.
I have a motion by Councilman Hypes, a second by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel. Any discussion? Well, Director Rogers, I'd just like to thank you because I can't believe that truck's only 24 years old. My daughter rode horses out there at the Equestrian Center 12 years ago when she first started, and it was old and beat up then. And I'm amazed that you were able to keep that thing running. Whoever mechanic was able to keep that thing going this long, congratulate them. That being said, all those in favor of the motion to approve, please vote yes, otherwise vote accordingly. And it does pass unanimously. Next item up will be the contract consolidation approval for the flock cameras, the 5-year contract. Director Robinson, you have the floor.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We are asking for your approval tonight of a 5-year contract for flock cameras. Just to give you a little bit of history and also appreciation, I do want to thank you for supporting this program a few years ago. License plate readers have become one of the true technological game changers in our profession, I would say in the last decade for sure. And it's a tremendous tool for us. Just last 30 days, our officers utilized these tag readers over 1,000 times for searches and investigations. So that's just in 30 days. Anyway, when we first started this program, we bought 25 cameras with a company called Motorola, and eventually moved away from that to Flock, which we now have 68 cameras with them. And so what we're wanting to do is consolidate. And so what we did is we have gotten rid of the 25 that we did with Motorola and are taking the money from that and purchased an additional 25 cameras to give us a total number of 93. We are not spending any extra money at all, and so ultimately we're asking to extend a 5-year contract with Flock cameras. And again, let me emphasize, no change in cost whatsoever, which is actually kind of unusual in the technology world. So we're appreciative of our relationship with Flock and also having 93 cameras throughout the city.
Do we have any questions for Director Robinson? Thanks, sir. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
However, if anyone would like to come forward and speak about this matter, now is your chance. Seeing no one come forward, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the merger of multiple independent flock safety contracts into one combined merge contract. Renewal of 67 Falcon 1 and 1 Flex cameras, an additional 25 Falcons at the current rate for a term of 5 years, and authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Mitchell. Any discussion? Once again, I just want to thank our Public Safety Department, Director Robinson, for moving forward on this, because the more we can do to leverage technology, the safer we'll keep our residents at the least amount of risk and cost to our officers. Thank you very much. All those in favor, please vote yes. Otherwise, vote accordingly. And it does pass unanimously. That'll wrap up the new business portion of tonight's meeting. So do we have any public comment cards, Ms. Shapiro?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
However, if anyone would like to come forward and speak on anything, now is your opportunity. Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Do we have any reports this evening?
Yes, sir.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Not as much a report as his acknowledgement of Chief had a birthday yesterday. So I want to wish the chief a happy birthday. No, it was yesterday. It was today.
Any other reports? Councilman Dorito.
Thank you, Mayor. So I acknowledge 2 residents of Alpharetta who's actually playing in the National College Football Championship this evening. They're both on Michigan, went through Alpharetta High School. William Wagner, who's a starting long snapper for Michigan. You'll see him on the field. His number is number 49, and Alexander Lidback is number 46, and he's a linebacker on the roster. So I want to big shout out to them. We're proud as Alpharettians to know that we have 2 of our own playing on the national football game this evening, and I know that probably is not good to Georgia and Alabama fans, but we should cheer them on tonight and hope Michigan pulls it off.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I happened to run into his father at Publix last week, and I was telling him, all I can tell you is make sure that Michigan stacks the box against Alabama, because that's what killed us. But I am excited for them. I know they've been huge boosters of Alpharetta High School, and it's quite an achievement for them to be playing for a national championship.
Actually, Mr. Wagner was on the foundation board with me on Alfred High School when we first started it off, and his brother played football. His 2 brothers played football. My son played football with him, and my son's best friends with their oldest son. So we have a pretty long relationship with the Wagner family, and we know the Lidbacks through the Alfred High School football program. So 2 great kids that are going to hopefully shine this evening for us.
So there's a reason to watch the game tonight.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm announcing it.
Any other reports? Now, I do believe that we may need an executive session this evening, so I'll request that we have a motion and vote to recess into executive session.
So moved.
Motion by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel, a second by Councilman Will.
Mr. Mayor, the topics tonight are litigation.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. Any discussion? All those in favor of recessing into executive session, please vote yes, otherwise vote accordingly. And it does pass unanimously. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be recessing for a little while. Feel free to leave if you'd like, but we will eventually be back.
Good taste.
All right, do we have a motion to reconvene the council meeting?
Motion to second.
Have a motion by Councilman Will, a second by Councilman Mitchell to reconvene the city council meeting. Now, do we have a motion to? Oh, yeah, we should vote on it. Do we have any public comment cards?
We do not.
I see no one that objects, so we'll close public comment. Any discussion? All those in favor of reconvening, please vote yes.
Motion to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn by Councilman Heights, second by Councilman Will. All those any public comment cards on that? All those in favor of adjourning the meeting, please vote yes.
Telling you, if Georgia was in the finals, he wouldn't be asking that.
We wouldn't still be here. And this meeting is adjourned. Thank you for your patience and your attendance this evening.
Council, I do have